Assalamualaikum and a very good day I bid to Dr. Aida. Today I will be presenting my opinion on why I disagree with the statement parents should be the one who plan their children's future. So in this presentation, I will be elaborating on two points to support my stand. So the first one is that my first point is that children should be able to choose their own path for the future so that they can be independent in their own life and finding what their interest is. My elaboration for that is that I can understand, as a child, I can understand why parents always want the best for their children and their kids and always plans what they think is the best for them. However, it can be problematic because they rarely consider in letting kids find their own passions, and they should not force them to do things that they might think it's good for them, but the children doesn't have any interest in. This can be problematic in the long run too, because the child might struggle to be independent with their own choices as adults, because the parents always plan what their next move is during their childhood. For example, of course, one of the most popular Asian stereotypes is that the parents always force their children to either be a doctor or a lawyer. So that actually happened to me, and I am no exception to that. When I was in high school back then, I was forced to take the science course instead of the art course that I actually interested in, because my parents always wanted me to proceed in medicine in university. It is actually to follow their footsteps, because back then they were also science students. So but I still work hard for my SPM. However, in the end of the year, I got burnt out because I just can't get myself to love the subjects. So in the end, my result for SPM were not enough for me to proceed with medicines. So they were actually disappointed in me, of course, and decided on the next best thing, which is language, which what I'm taking right now. So here I am now. So my second point is that is for the benefit of their own mental health. So as a student, being pressured is one of the most stressful things for us, because we are carrying the burden of and expectations of our parents. This is made worse because when the parents already decided on what their kids' future is and what they're going to do in their adulthood, and can lead to mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. Because they are expected to achieve certain things that sometimes are unachievable because it's just not what their interest is. This has actually happened to a good friend of mine, where her mother always compares herself to her older sister, who is studying medicine in Egypt. So naturally, her mother also expects her to do the same thing, even though she has no interest in medicine at all. But her circumstances is quite different from mine, because unlike me, her SPM results actually qualifies her to take medicine at USM. But due to her mother's strictness and pressure, she actually had developed anxiety and depression, and is currently on a half-year break from her studies. Because of it, as a friend, as a real close friend of her, I really sympathize with her, because as stated, I also went through similar situation as her. So I really hope that she is healthier now and can proceed with her studies. So in conclusion, in my opinion, parents should prioritize their children's thoughts first, because in the end, they are responsible for their own future. And as parents, they should guide them and support them instead of restricting their choices in life. So that's all from me. Thank you.